Namaste world. Every Python tutorial starts with the same list. NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and then spends 4 hours on basics you will never use at work. So in the next few minutes, I am going to show you the exact 5 libraries that I use in every real IT analytics projects, and you can also use it. So first library, Pandas. Second, NumPy. Library 3, Matplotlib. Library 4, Scikit-learn, and library 5th, SQLAlchemy. So in library 3, we will see Matplotlib and Seaborn both. So in a single pip, you can install everything. So as a first step, what I have done is I have prepared code for you so that I can present it. So we will be covering Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, Seaborn, Scikit, and SQLAlchemy. So in this first thing first, now this one is a setup cell. This imports everything and sets our bland color palette. So as I have done already in the first few videos, so we just run this. Yeah, so this is setup complete. We are ready to go. So every chart we build today will use these colors. Consistency builds some good blends recognition over time. So first library is pandas. If Python is the analyst language, pandas is the vocabulary. I want to show you the 4 operations that you will use every single week. First one is read, then filter, then group by, and then merge. So this one, first we will be creating a simple realistic sales data. Then from this data, we will go to the first step. The first thing is like basic health check, like identifying the data types. Then I think identify if they checking if there are missing values. Then summary stats. The next operation is filters. So if let me show you if we done this full, then yeah. See data types, date. These are very much available here. Then missing values if there are any. Yeah. And then as such, there are no missing values. So this is the summary statistics that we discussed. This will be very useful for the future calculations. Now let us go to the go to the filter steps. So now we will filter. Now if you notice, what we did is we took only north and whose sales are greater than 20,000. This is what is very close, right? Now step 4, we will use the group by thing. So in this group by is nothing but the equivalent of Excel pivot table. So this only one thing that can replace pivot table region, then dot group by region, then dot total sales, then average, then units, then number of days, sales counts, all in one sales. Everything. Then get it sorted as well. Now this is what this is. Yeah, this is round. We have rounded to 0. Everything. Created the data frame and then pivot. Now what we are doing is we will be plotting this as a bar chart of the regional sales. So north region is reading this out. So after running this fully, what we can see is north region, phone, tablet, sales region, then pivot sales by product into region. Yeah, this you can clearly see that south is That chart, clean, branded, annotated, ready to paste into any report. Pandas plus Matplotlib in under 20 lines. Now Pandas demo is complete. Now let us go to the NumPy. Why NumPy? I know what are you thinking. I already use Pandas. Why do I need NumPy? So here is the thing. Every time Pandas does maths, NumPy is doing the actual work underneath. And when you do maths directly on NumPy arrays, you get something Panda cannot. Speed. If you will see that NumPy summed 1 million. So if you will see this, how it works, see this. Python list sums with this many seconds. NumPy is faster. If you will clearly see this. But the thing is, speed is not actually the only reason. The thing is, this library NumPy allows you to have vectorized operation. So, so we can have something like NumPy operations for this array. Yeah, here is it vectorized operation. Then you can use NumPy for preparing these many statistics directly, and then you plot into the histogram. This histogram. And for statistical work, percentile, standard deviation, checking how many values are above threshold. NumPy is like 3 to 5 characters. NP percentile, NP STD, NP standard deviation, NP mean, NP median, etc. These are quite useful. That is the entire stats toolkit for most analysis use case. And this chart is also quite useful for the presentation. Library 3 is Matplotlib plus Seaborn. Now Matplotlib and Seaborn I will cover in both in one section because they are partners. So we can use alternatively as convenient. So here is the model. Matplotlib gives you full control every pixel, every color, every annotation, exactly where you want it. Seaborn gives you beautiful statistical charts in one line of code. You can use both different situation and different tools. See this Matplotlib. You need more code, but Seaborn one line and with band. It is ready. So for the scatter plot, we have to write more lines of code in case of Matplotlib, but in Seaborn, you can have beautiful charts with some confidence band as well. And this is where Seabird and more to it. This is where the Seaborn is very good. It can plot box plot, violin plot, correlation heat map. See this one, box plot, set plot, spines, then violin plot. This is quite good plot to show. And then it is the correlation heat map. So in my workflow, Seaborn for exploration and statistical chart, Matplotlib for the final polished output where I need precise control. So you can decide your things as you keep on using it. Next one is Scikit-learn. So this is an analyst. So I'm an analyst, not a data scientist. Why should I need this? Well, machine learning is just finding patterns in data, and finding patterns in data is literally analyst job, right? The most useful ML tool for analysis is linear regression, not because it is fancy, but it because it answers one question that everyone asks. If we change this variable, what happens to that outcome? I have built a simple data set, like 200 rows. So this one is what you call as first one is prediction model. And then what we will be doing is converting into a we will split into a train and test. So 80-20 split. If you see this, yeah, this is what it is. Train split. Then what we will do is train a model, select the model and fit, then evaluate, predict it, and then evaluate based on these metrics like mean, absolute error, and also R2 square. So what we can do is we can plot it as such on the scatter chart. So this is the data set for ML. Then train size is 160, test size is 40. As such, there are 200 records. So R squared is 0.951. That means our model explains 95% of variation in cells. So mean absolute error tells us the average prediction is off by this many rupees. That is a number someone management can understand. It is average prediction error. Yeah. And now the manage new scenario. Like 50,000 ad spends, 8% team, 5 years experience, plug it in and you predicted sales figure. This is what forecasting looks like. Actual versus prediction. So this is perfect prediction. What will happen? Dots close to the diagonal line. Good model. Dots far away. Investigate those. They are your most informative data points. So these, yeah, this one is also quite useful to copy and paste. The next library, library number 5, SQLAlchemy. The final one, SQLAlchemy. And this might be the most practically valuable for anyone working in IT environment. Here is the reality. Every company has a database, something like Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL, SQL Server. There are many. Your analysts are manually downloading CSVs and then use it. But this SQLAlchemy can end that. You can use it directly. So one connection string and you can start the database. Everything else in your Python code stays identical. So this database connection you can change with other database and start working with the other databases. So this one is like a sample query with exactly like that you need. This is something people do not realize is possible. You can write a pandas data frame directly into a database table. One line to underscore SQL. Replaces entire ETL pipelines that runs pair, that runs this. And going to the other way, read underscore SQL, write your SQL query exactly as you write in your SQL client, like this, and then get the analyze the data. And this chart was in, and the result comes back as a pandas data frame. See this one. Get the query, convert into data frame, and use it. Use it to the plot some of the like monthly trend from SQL. This is database. This is what it is. Monthly sales queried directly from the SQLAlchemy, SQL database. This chart is directly built from database and not from any CSV downloaded. This is the workflow that will make you look like a better analyst. Let us recap the five. Pandas, your daily driver, load, clean, filter, group by, pivot. You will use this every single day. NumPy, the engine underneath, vectorized math, statistic calculator, fast operations on large data. Matplotlib and Seaborn, your visualization pair. Matplotlib for control, Seaborn for speed. Use both. Scikit-learn, not just for data scientists. It is a linear regression alone will make you invaluable in many analytics role or any analytics role. SQLAlchemy, the bridge between Python and company's database. Run this and you will automate reports that someone is doing manually. So if this was useful and I hope it was, please do subscribe. I try to post frequently on Wednesday and Saturdays. Every video is a real skill you can use at work and drop comments. Which of these five libraries you use the most or which one surprised you? I will read every single comment and it will be useful for the next videos. Next video is a deep dive into animated bar chart race from video 1. I am going to show exactly how to build the animation from scratch, including how to save it as a GIF and embed it in a presentation. Let's see. Thank you.